Hello, good day. Hello, how's everybody doing today? See, this is where I hear voices in my head. Everyone says, great, great. So, here we are, 12/18, 1 week away from the man in the red suit. It's my favorite day. I never stop believing. I never stop believing. Hmm. So today, let's talk about things that are magical and mythical and always escapes our imagination. We're going to talk about love today because many people call me the love doctor. They come to me for advice on love. Yeah, okay. My beautiful love tree right here. So, first of all, we do have a campaign that's going on that is ironically, they copied it from me, but okay. It's called Share the Love. It's from Subaru, where when people buy cars all across the country, they're going to donate $250 to the Meals on Wheels program. And as much as we promote it, we're going to get a share of that pot. So thank you, Subaru. But we're going to talk about what does it mean to share the love? Hmm. Now, in the past, I've talking about Tina Turner when she's, what's love got to do? I could sing that for you, but I won't. But love, it's a fascinating word for me. It really is. And I've talked about it before. We use the word love, we love, oh, I love this outfit and I love your hair and I love the spaghetti and love, love, love. And it's the same word that we say, oh, I love my kids, I love my spouse. So it's such a multi watered down word. And so I want to just talk about what it means in the concept of sharing. So when we talk about sharing, the first thing that comes to my mind is I'm a terrible sharer. I do not play well with others. I was the one in the sandbox taking everybody's stuff and keeping it because it's mine. Didn't like sharing. And when I started doing this message today, looking, what does it mean to share? And and I've mentioned many times, I like looking at the English versions, the Latin versions of what does this word really mean because we water everything down. We don't have any flavor or meaning in many of our words. They're just like, "Hey, how you doing?" and we just walk away. Why'd you ask if how you're doing if you're not stopping? Didn't just say hi. But so sharing is really giving a portion belonging to something larger than yourself. Okay, so sharing is giving a portion of something belonging to you to somebody else. So when we share the love is really about a choice. It's not necessarily always just an emotion or a feeling. I don't feel it's a choice. We can choose to love. We can choose not to love. And if we choose to love, then we're sharing a portion of ourselves with somebody else. Something that makes us less than. Because if you share something, you're giving something, which means you have less than something that you've given to somebody else. And so a lot of times we give love because we have an overabundance of love, maybe, that we're giving to somebody. So we're really not losing anything. And then we have those people who don't necessarily give love because they don't have enough to give. And so this holiday season, we always see the people who come out of the woodwork who want to show love and share love however that looks. And sometimes because of shame and guilt, we feel that sharing love is buying things. If we buy something for someone, they'll know we love them. And and while that is very nice, sometimes sharing love is giving more than this. It's really giving this. And for many of us, we protect this. So it's really hard sometimes to share the love when we ourselves maybe don't feel loved or we feel we don't have enough to give. Well, here's the news flash. There's not a human being on planet Earth that doesn't have enough love to share. In fact, one of the greatest gifts is love. And that's something we can give year round, not just at Christmas time or birthdays or Hallmark days. Sharing the love is something that we can do year round by giving a heart. But here's the tricky part, and I speak from experience because every week I come to you and there's nobody listening to me except for me, so I'm talking to this imaginary group of thousands. But sharing love is a hard thing. It's not quite as easy as it sounds when people say, "Oh yeah, I share love all the time," and actions and words are two different things. So when we say things like, oh, what goes around comes around, and there's a circle of life, and the world is round, and the yin and the yang, and the up and the down, and there's there's this theory of reciprocity of when I give, I get. Now I don't give to get, but that's what happens is I have found, particularly here at the Council on Aging, that the more love you get, there are times that I feel I get too much back, and it's overwhelming. And and going a whole life where maybe you don't feel loved and you don't want to give love, it is funny that when you give love, how much comes back. And sometimes it's overwhelming. It can be very overwhelming, and I think here at the Council on Aging that this place gives and gives and gives so much love, and I think in part of it because we do feel the love. People share the love back, and it's very important. And I'm talking from experience of, I used to be that one person that would never accept um, that law of reciprocity of when someone gives, you give back, not because you have to, but it's how things go. For example, if someone says, "Hey, I like your dress." Oh, okay. You didn't complete the law of reciprocity. You didn't complete the circle. You didn't say, "Thank you. I appreciate that." You didn't acknowledge that circle. You didn't complete the circle. So the circle was left not complete. So when we're sharing the love and people are giving the love, I think it is just as important that we give it back. Now, it may not look the same, it may not be the same, but again, the words, our actions complete that circle. I always thought that was a cool thing when everyone does this kind of thing and like the sun comes through and everyone's doing the heart thing. I never got that. I think that's just kind of cool. But it completes that heart of how we truly can share the love. And in the world right now, we're so disconnected. We got that broken heart right now that's not connecting. It's a jigsaw puzzle that's not fitting. And I think in part is we're not completing the cycle of life of returning love back to others. We're in our cocoons, we're afraid. Um, I've been hurt so many times, and people don't appreciate what I do. It's not really about you. It's not. Love is how we build our hearts of giving giving a little bit. We get some back, we get some back. It's kind of, when you go and start working out, you just don't start lifting 1,000-pound weights. You do a little bit at a time, and you build up your strength, and you get more confident. And love is like that. So this holiday season, it's time for all of us to take a little risk, step out on the ledge, and really share the love of what's on our hearts. It's going to be awkward. It's going to be weird. And man, that's not really my cup of tea. That guy's kind of really out there. I'm telling you, from a guy who always had a little bit of heart, this guy here, it's not the size, it's the strength, the pumping of that heart. And so I would encourage you to reassess during this holiday season. of sharing some of that love. Don't be so stingy. Don't be a Grinch. Share some love. I'll tell you, the world needs it desperately. And the only way they're going to get it is from people like you who know how to give and complete that circle of sharing the love. So give a little portion of yourself to the people who really need it out there. And I'll tell you what, it's contagious. We can talk about COVID all day long. Love is more contagious. When you love and you receive love back, you want more. It's a drug. So I'm going to have a special message next Wednesday, the 23rd, and then the following Wednesday, the 30th. Those will be my holidays. So if you're not into the holiday and Christmas stuff, then yeah, don't tune in because I'll be on my own time. So have a wonderful day. Thank you for listening. This has been Rich, and I say peace, peace.